In this video, we will be studying about the operations which are performed on the independent variable, that is for the discrete time signals. So in my previous video, I had discussed about the continuous time signal. So we will consider discrete time signal. So here we will be considering n. So x of n is our discrete signal. Okay, so the operations which are performed will be time scaling, time shifting, and time reversal. So first let us discuss about the time scaling. So this is our input sequence x of n. Okay, so if I want the signal, that is y of n, which is equal to x of kn. So what happens at y of 0, we are going to have 0, y of 1, x of k, y of 2, okay, it will be 2k, like this it goes on. So if basically this is our x of n, 0, 1 and minus 1, this is the value 2 and this is the value 1. Here also I have 1. So here x of n will be equal to 1, 2, 1. This is our sequence representation of the discrete time signal. Now I need a signal y of n, that is x of 2n. x of 2n. So actually this k, it is an integer. Now if k is greater than 1, we will be getting the compressed version of the signal, and if k is less than 1, we are going to get the expanded version of that signal. So let us discuss about the first one, that is k greater than 1. When k is greater than 1, so for example I have considered it as 2 now, what happens? We are going to get the compressed version, because now if I consider 2n and this is our x2n, okay, this one will be same as it is, but now we require x of 2n with respect to n, not with respect to 2. So what happens? I will divide it by 2. Okay, so what happens? This is minus 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. But in our discrete time signals, we have 0, 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2. So what happens? We do not have this 0.5, right? So the resulting signal will be this one. But if we had minus 2, 2, okay, then this one as 2 and 2. Okay, 2 and 2. In this case, if I divide it by 2, okay, I will get the values at minus 1 and 1. This one I will not be getting, okay. Here, this values will not be in y of n. So, minus 2 by 2, this is minus 1 and this is 1. So, we will be getting the value 2, 2, okay, that is at minus 1 and 1. So, this one will be our y of n. So, what happens when k is greater than 1? Okay, that is the signal is compressed. So, the resulting sequence, it will be shorter sequence. And then these are the intermediate samples which are present. Okay, intermediate samples, they are lost here in this case when k is greater than 1. So, what happens? The sequence becomes shorter. Next, we will consider, and also another one important point is when k is greater than 1, this is also called as downsampling or decimation. Okay, it is also called as decimation. So this time scaling, actually it will be used in speech processing applications, because it is actually changing the rate at which the signal is being sampled. It is sampled at 100 ts, but now what happens? The sampling rate is only being changed by doing the time scaling. Okay, so changing sampling rate, it is used in the speech processing applications. Now if k is less than 1, or if I can also consider it as like n divided by m, where m is an integer. Okay, m is an integer, and if it is divided by m, the same case I will be considering with x of kn, where k is less than 1. That means if I have n by 2, okay, n by 3, n by 4, like that, y of n. Okay, so in this case, what happens, we will be getting the expanded signal. For example, I will consider 0, 1, 2, minus 1 and minus 2. This is, I'll consider as 1, this as 2, this is 3, okay, this is again 2, and this as 1. Okay, so this sequence is 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, where this is the value which is at n is equal to 0. Okay, this is the sequence representation of this signal. This is our x of n. Okay, now I have to find n divided by 2. Okay, so here it is y of n divided by 2. That means now the k is less than 1, that is 1 by 2. Now the scaling factor is 1 by 2. That means I have to divide it by 2. Why, I will tell you. See, in case if I consider this as n by 2, okay, I will have the same signal here, no change, right? 2, 1, this is 2 and this is 1. Okay, no change in the signal. So, but with respect to n, what happens? I have to find it with respect to n. So, what I will do? I will multiply it with 2. So, I will get n. So, everything will be multiplied with 2. So, the resultant signal will be, see, this is 0. Next you have 2, next you have 4, minus 2, minus 4, okay, 3, then you have 2, then you have 1, here again 2, then you have 1. So these are the intermediate samples, right? 1, minus 1, intermediate samples. Here they can be either set to 0 or they can be interpolated. So if I consider 1, here minus 1, I can set it to 0. Okay, it can be set to 0. In that case, this is called as expansion. Okay, but if it is interpolated, then it is called as interpolation. That is, actually interpolation, it is used in geodetic applications where one has to predict the value, okay, unknown value, they have to predict. In such cases, they will be using interpolation. For example, if I consider this signal as piecewise, then what happens? At this particular value, I will give this value here, okay. Okay, that is, it is interpolated, okay, interpolated. At unknown value, this one value, we are predicting it. That is interpolation. So if it is set to 0, then it is called as expansion. Okay. That is about the time scaling. And when it is less than 1, it is also called as upsampling. Okay. It is also called as upsampling or interpolation. Next, when we consider time shifting is, see, x of n minus n naught, or you can also have x of n plus n naught. So it is plus or minus n naught. Okay. So when it is x of n minus n naught, we are going to get the delayed signal, and when it is x of n plus n naught, we are going to get advanced signal. This actually this concept is used in signal processing applications, and also in artificial intelligence they are using this delayed signal. Okay, so this is one. If I consider a signal x of n, at 0 it has a value 3, then at 1 it has 2, then it has 1, that is at 2. So same thing I will write here 2, and here it is 1. Now I have to find y of n, that is equal to x of n minus 2. So here x of n minus 2 means, now substitute n minus 2 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 2. Now I will be adding everything by 2. Okay. So what happens? Whatever the value is at 0, it comes to 2. Whatever the value is at 1, it comes to 3. Whatever the value is at 2, it comes at 2 plus 2, that is 4. And here it is at 1, and here this is at 0. So this is 1, then you have 2, then you have 3, then 2, then 1. So from this you will get to know that it is shifted towards right by n units. This is our y of n. So it is shifted by 2 units, right? 2 units, that is towards the right side. So x of n minus n naught means we are going to shift the signal towards right, that is by n naught units. So similarly, if I consider x of n plus n naught, now I have to find x of n plus 2. In this case, n plus 2 is equal to 0, n is equal to minus 2. Now what I will do, I will be adding that with minus 2. Okay, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2, minus 2. So 2 minus 2, it is 0. Okay, it is minus 1. 0 minus 2, minus 2. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Minus 2, minus 2, it is minus 4. So whatever the value is at 2, you will get it at 0. So it is 1. Now whatever the value is at 1, 1 minus 2 minus 1. So it will be at minus 1. So this is 2. Then you have 3. Okay. Then 2. Then you have 1. Because minus 2 minus 2 minus 4. So whatever the value is at minus 2, it comes at minus 4. So this is your y of n, which is nothing but x of n plus 2. So by seeing these two signals, now you can say you had value till 2. Now it starts from 0. So what happens? It is shifted towards left by 2 units. Okay, by 2 units. So if you have x of n plus n naught, it will be shifted towards left, that is by n naught units. So you are going to get the advanced version here, and here x of n minus 2, we are going to get the delayed version. Okay, this is all about the time shifting. Next comes time reversal. So this is the special case of time scaling. Okay, time scaling was y of n, that is equal to x of kn. Now what happens if k is equal to minus 1? Okay, that will be x of minus n, right? So what happens to the time scaling when we have a negative number? Okay, that is nothing but it is a time reversal. So it is nothing but it is flipping about the vertical axis or the y-axis. So in continuous time signal, I had said if I have the signal like this, what happens? It is a mirror image. It is a reflection. It is, if it is t, this is minus t. Okay. So likewise, in the discrete time signals also, we can consider, I will consider this as 2, this as 1, this as 1. So 0, 1 and minus 1. Okay, this is n and this is x of n. So now if I consider minus n, so if it is with respect to minus n, it is the same signal. But now I want x of minus n, that is with respect to n. So to get n, what I will do, I will multiply it with minus 1. So minus 1 and minus 1. So whatever the value was at 1, it will now be at 1 into minus 1, minus 1. Okay. So here, whatever the value is at 0, it will be at 0 itself. Now, whatever the value is at minus 1, it will be now at the place minus 1 into minus 1, that is at 1. Okay. This is 2, this is 1 and this is 1. This is x of minus n. Okay, n. So, this is your time reversal. If I consider this as 3, 1 and 2. Now you will understand. So this comes here 2 and here it is 1. So it will be flipped about the vertical axis. Okay. So this is all used in the image processing procedures like edge detection. Which one? Time reversal. So time scaling, you got to know, that is xkn. So what happens when k is less than 1? When k is greater than 1. So when k is less than 1, you have either expansion or interpolation. In expansion, the value at the intermediate values it will be set to 0, but here it will be interpolated. So when k is greater than 1, you will be having decimation. So this is nothing but it is downsampling. This is your upsampling. Okay. In this case, when k is greater than 1, you will be having shorter sequence. The resultant sequence will be shorter sequence. Here it will be longer sequence. Okay. Next comes time shifting, that is x of n minus n naught or x of n plus n naught. So n minus n naught is nothing but it is just shifting the signal towards the right by n naught units. N plus n naught is shifting the signal towards left by n naught units. So this is your delayed signal and this is your advanced signal. Next comes the time reversal, which is the special case of time scaling where k is equal to -1. So x of minus n, y of n is equal to. So this is nothing but it is flipping about the y-axis or the vertical axis. Okay, so if you have 1, 3 and 2 here, so the resultant signal, that is the mirror image, will be 1, 3 and then here it will be 2. Okay, so this is all about the operations which are performed on the independent variables, that is when we consider the discrete time signals.